What's up, Pisces friends? Happy 2020, Happy New Year. Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have the Pisces gang up in the house with me, up in the teacup. We are here to do your January 2020 general tarot reading. Being a general tarot reading, not everything I say will resonate with all the Pisces out there. It is up to you guys to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, and ultimately to take away only the messages that you feel are for your best and highest good. I invite you to come into this, again, open heart, open mind, knowing that sometimes messages will resonate for you not just here and now, in a few hours, in a few days, even in a few weeks. So if that's the case, if it's your message and it strikes a chord, take it and run with it. If not, you can release anything that doesn't serve you. Not every message will be for you. That's just how it goes in generals. I hope this video finds you well. All your questions will probably be addressed in the comment box below that describes the timeline, my social media, the decks I'm using here today. Check that out if you're interested. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Check that out. And as always, like, share, subscribe wherever you can, including on this video right here. That helps me a whole lot. It helps this video gain some traction. And that's my goal here, to get these messages out to those who want to hear them and who need to hear them. We're going to hop in. Bottom of your deck is the Lovers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is, wow. You got some heavy hitters. 4 major arcana and okay, there you are. You have the Queen of Cups. So divine feminine energy, whether you're male or female, Pisces. Hell yeah. This could potentially be romantic suitors, though it doesn't have to be. But yeah, the Lovers is either divine partnership or a choice, a decision, potentially in career, who or what you're committing yourself to. This can be a card of marriage, spirituality, leadership, and with strength, something about the endurance to push through, to see it through to the end, to be your own boss. Like, yeah, interesting. And with that, being very aware of the emotions that come up regarding a certain person, whether that's someone you're interested in, whether that's someone from the past, whether that's a family member. It's being very tempered with your emotions, understanding that while there may be some rocky emotions involved, dealing with it in a very harmonious way, being very gentle when the emotions swell up, and sort of like it's funny, I'm almost getting a metaphor of like labor, like delivering babies, like when you get the contractions to like breathe through it. So that's not going to be for everybody, but I will say Cancer is the Queen of Cups is a Cancer card, though I think it's representing you, Pisces, in that water elemental. Cancer is like the mother of the zodiac, so for some of you, this could potentially mean like, the lovers coming together, essentially. And I don't know if marriage and babies and kids is on the mind. Particularly in Aries season. There may be something there, a lot of messages coming through, but I'm going to keep bottom of your deck with these two because they presented themselves first. So as we work our way through, this could be commitment to a long-term partnership, commitment to a person, making a decision and sticking to it. That's certainly what that could be. But again, all with I'm not phrasing this correctly, but it's like being very restrained with your emotions, not being overly emotional or in your head, being very emotionally, what is the term? Emotional intelligence. I think that's what I'm trying to say. All right, so let's look at you, Pisces. Pisces. Ace of Pentacles. Hell yeah, a new beginning, a new opportunity, something from which you can build. Something you can grow upon, a seed you can nurture into the future, into good health, into good fortune, into good money, a business opportunity. Cross it. Oh my God, Pisces. Hell yeah, you got 2 aces. It's something magical. It's something that's fun. It's something that inspires you. It's an offer that arouses you, right? 2 aces, they start with us. It's the beginning. This could have to do with potentially an earth sign or a fire sign and a joining of a team. This can be like the spiritual leader of the group joining some sort of partnership. It could be romantic. If so, something about earth and fire is important here, and you did have Aries come up. So it could be a work partnership. This represented like this very dominant masculine fire sign, fire energy. Even if it's a female, someone who is very, what is the word? Like dominant energy. Someone who doesn't take any bullshit, right? They hop on an opportunity when they see it because they want to build the empire, right? They're in it in terms of the long term, the big picture. And strength, too, a card of Leo. So yeah, potentially partnership with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a Gemini, or a Taurus. I mean, you have a lot of cards here, but you have like 5 major arcana at the bottom of your deck, so major changes and major players, characters, key players in your life during the month of January into February, right? This is roughly for a month. New beginnings in career and finances is sort of what I'm getting here. And it could certainly be love, too, passion, the arts, creativity, building of a family, again, the seed, the lovers, pregnancy, as I was saying. A lot of messages coming through. All right, so what's in your subconscious? Oh, all right, the long term, 10 of Pentacles. So the highest pentacle card you can get. Thinking about legacy, long-term stability in terms of job, finances, money, career. Also building of a family, generational, loyalty with the dogs, partnership, who you want to build a family with, who you want to build a business with, who you want to build an empire with. So in your subconscious, you're actually sitting on huge potential that could stand the test of time, whether that has to do with a relationship, Pisces, or a business, but it's in your subconscious. So something about this to me is saying, how do we get it to the surface? How do we bring to light this like, $1 million idea, if you want to say it that way? I don't say that to be a hype man, but like, this is a really like a bomb card. So if that's in your subconscious, I heard inheritance too, inheritance from a mother. Let's clarify. Why is 10 of Pentacles coming up for Pisces? Clarify 10 of Pentacles for my Pisces gang. You have amazing cards, Pisces. Oh my goodness. 2020 is going to be your year, Pisces. Let's make it happen. I think I have like a Mars in Pisces. Something like that. Oh my goodness. Another ace. Another Ace of Cups. So interesting. We have the earth, fire, and water. What's missing is the sword, the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And your card, the moon. That's badass. I love that. Yeah, and I mean, this even says to me deep within your subconscious, yourself, your inner knowledge, your psychic wisdom, your psychic knowledge. And okay, so whenever we have all 3 of an elemental, we always look at what's missing. What's missing is the sword, which is all about the knowledge, the intellect, the logic. I think that's what's important here. Something about it defies logic. This $1 million idea, it seems impossible. It's not I always get this for you guys. It's not the traditional way of doing it. It's not the traditional career. It's not what everybody in your family does. It's not I don't know, whatever normal is, right? That term is ridiculous in itself. But there's something about it defies logic. It goes against knowledge. It goes against something. It's interesting. It's something that has stood the test of time previously. You break the mold. You defy logic. You go the opposite direction. With Pisces, the fish swimming in opposite directions. There's some sort of really innovative idea, but people maybe don't digest it well, or when you talk about it and present it, people don't see it as having long-term potential. But I mean, with your card coming up and the Ace of Cups, love, emotion, psychic ability, spirituality, there is something about your intuition knows not only that is this something in alignment with your heart, your goals, your dreams. You are illuminating people to something major, something significant. You are shedding light on people their mind is in the darkness. It's almost like they're the ones missing the sword. They're not seeing the full picture. They're not understanding. They're not able to communicate about this. It's something like you shed light on something with the moon. In an otherwise dark sky, you are the light. You are the moon, Pisces. You are a light worker, right? For those who work in spirituality, again, with that Ace of Cups, you bring healing, you bring nurturing, especially through, it's funny, I was going to say through words and songs, through communication and lyrics, but it may actually be the opposite. It may be silent communication. It may be again, like psychic abilities, however, whatever that means to you, it doesn't have to be that, but maybe you, oh, interesting. I know a Pisces who works with students who have, like inability to like verbally communicate, right? It could be something like that. You communicate in alternative ways through your heart. Again, creativity through art, through music. So if it's not communicating through spoken word, there's like healing magic or healing energy. And it's like you're a light worker. You're an earth angel. You've been put on this planet to, again, to break the mold, to reestablish order and stability, but in a new way. It breaks outside of like the rigidity, I hope I'm saying that right, the rigid structure of what has been previously established in your family, in your relationship, in your business, in whatever that means to you. There's something about tradition here. In a sense, you're going against the grain, but again, it's done in a way, I'm just getting, you know it's almost a surefire success. But because this exists in your subconscious, it's like, how do we build it in the 3D? It exists in your dreams. You probably have dreams about it. You probably have trouble verbalizing it and communicating about what this idea is. But you're helping forge important connections that will stand the test of time. You're helping people find faith and hope and love, restoring balance in their life, and offering them a different pathway than they had previously taken. You show them new avenues, on new ways to live their life, new avenues that they thought were blocked or obstructed or couldn't go down. Yeah, something about you show them the light and help lead them to victory. You inspire people to get in their chariot and move forward, to fight for what they want, to progress in their life, to, I mean, it's a card of victory, right? I'm almost getting, this is so funny. I'm just getting, you show them into their car. You show them into their chariot. This is in metaphor. You show them the directions. You show them the map of where they could take their life. You empower them to go down some sort of road that they would not have gone down otherwise had they not met you. You are their cheerleader. You are their light worker. You are the person who loves them when nobody else did. Again, in a dark sky, you shed light on something they couldn't see before, and it empowers them. You might be a teacher of some kind. Wow, Pisces, this is like a really heavy message. More major arcana with this. You have a lot. That's what I mean. It's like this feels like a teacher. This feels like somebody who works with lots of clients. You might be a life coach. You might be a tarot card reader. Gemini, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Cancer. You're reaching out to multiple people who are sitting on huge potential for power. You might be like a business coach or a financial advisor even. If it's not light work, it's something that's helping to bring light and happiness to other people. You're sharing your knowledge, your insight, your intuition, your psychic abilities that's allowing people to grow long term. It's like you light their fire to go off and plant that seed. And I think that's what you're doing for yourself too. But the reason I mention this is because there's tons of people coming up in your spread. I'm almost certain this represents different people. So, I mean, just off the top of my head, 5 major key players wanted to show up in this reading. I don't know if that means anything to anyone, but let's see. You have, it's kind of spread out. You have earth, you have fire, you have double fire, you have water, and you have air. So yeah, all the elementals are here, right? All the heavy hitting key players are here. So for those looking to collaborate, form a company business partnership, this could be hiring multiple people on your team. This could be sending out resumes to multiple, I don't want to say corporations, but like leaders of their skill or leaders in their industry. Yeah, reaching out to, and the thing is, I don't even think it's the same industry. It's exploring, again, how we were saying, multiple avenues. This might be for yourself too. Reaching out to people who work in different career fields. And again, maybe it's life coaching or something like that. it's good experience for you because not only are they learning from you and taking your advice and wisdom and guidance, your light work, you're also gaining something very valuable back from them because the energy they present as, it's heavy hitting. It's really big, important energy. And okay, so with that, because the number 5 is really important in the spread, the 10 of Pentacles, it's like 2 5s, and then you have the 5 of Wands, competition. I don't think this is bad. I think this is healthy competition. But yeah, something about the number 5 is important, and I do want to say in business for you. This is random, but if you're in a music group, there could be 5 players, 5 musicians in the group, or however this relates to you. 5 people in the band for that metaphor. There could be a little bit of strife. There could be a little bit of ego. I just keep hearing healthy competition. It's keeping you on your toes because you're meant to build something big. You're being presented with the seed. This is the start. It goes from 1, right, to building even more. Again, mind, body, and spirit. Spirituality is huge for you Pisces out there. This is something that if you build it over time, holy effing you know what. Like, it's huge. It's going to be big. But what's so interesting is it's existing in your subconscious. You know it's there. You know you're a powerhouse. But I'm just getting, because you're coming into the ace, the 1, it's barely getting off the ground. I don't even know if you've had the epiphany, the insight, I'm almost getting like a spiritual download it's like if you build it, he will come. If you build it, they will come. They might be this. If you open up this school, if you start this project, if you open up this business, if fill in the blank, A to B, like there's huge potential here, and because it's your subconscious, I'm not even sure you've realized how heavy this is, how impactful this will be. These could also be messengers or angels, spirit guides trying to get in touch with you. It's also people who take I heard written word, but it doesn't have to be, your skills, your abilities, your advice, I'm going to go with advice. These are like your messengers that take that advice and put it out into the world. Spread love. Something about this maternal energy, it's very healing. It's very kind. It comes from a good place. Wow. Some of you don't believe it's possible, though. You're not sure you have the strength to carry this idea into fruition. Some of you think it only exists in the dream, that it could never be a tangible reality. It can. That's what this is saying. Like, it's earth energy, and it's a lot. And if this doesn't have to do with huge finances, which for a lot of you it probably does, but if we're going to stay away from like the material aspect of it, this is leading a rich life. Having a life where you value the people in it, you value what you do, you feel like you're serving your life's purpose. That's what this card could be as well. Some of you are healers. And I do just keep wanting to say psychic healers. Some of you just, you're tapped into something that a lot of people aren't. And I mean, you are a water sign, Pisces, so that makes sense. But there's a need to set yourself free from a very rigid structure, and it may have to do with your upbringing, whether it's your parents or your siblings, or some sort of system of belief that was imposed on you. You're starting to build your own version of that. And maybe you're taking pieces and parts of what you've learned along the way. This could represent a family. Maybe you come from a family of 5 people, or 6 people for that matter, because your own card is here, the moon. Taking bits and pieces of knowledge from different people may be very significant in your life. Again, I'm just going to reiterate, Cancer, Leo, Aries, Gemini, and Taurus. That might mean something to someone out there. And I mean, yes, I'm sure we all know people like that, but specifically in this group, like this team, there's something all these people have in common, but you might not realize it yet. Like, these all may be your best friends, but they're all light workers. Or again, like, they're all musicians, or they all have something that it's like mutually beneficial. You guys come together and build something together that will be celebrated. And it involves taking some sort of emotional risk that some of you, again, you don't believe you can do it. It's like you're drowning in the emotions of it because I don't know if you're lacking confidence, or this may even have to do with where you're currently at. Because again, subconscious, you're not consciously aware of it. If you feel stuck right now, like you're drowning and you're like, you so desperately want a new beginning, do some meditation, do a dream journal. When you wake up in the middle of the night, write down what your dream was and that kind of thing. It's going to allow you to tap into messages that, again, it's contributing to the longevity of some sort of, I do want to say, career that will be long lasting. There's a legacy to what you're doing. This is so heavy, Pisces. It's like you're rebuilding society. Yeah, and I don't like to be a hype man with my reads, but this is profound. I would use that word here. It's pretty incredible. So, brief look at your past. There we go. I was gonna say, the Seven of Cups, to me, this is being emotionally overwhelmed. I could do this, I could go in that direction, I like this, but that doesn't feel right, but I might need to do it that way, XYZ. There's so many factors in this that emotionally you feel like you're drowning. And that's what's going on here with the Moon card, right? Like she's underwater. But again, what you don't realize, this is your natural element, water. You're a fish. In metaphor, you guys can breathe underwater. You're okay. So even when life gets overwhelming, and that's what this is, you have the ability to make the right choice. The Ace of Cups, to intuitively, psychically tap into your intuition to make the right choice for you. And ultimately, there is no wrong choice. Every choice you make, be it good or bad, it's a lesson. You gain something from it. Again, these cups may have to do with these people. And I'm just looking at the way I've positioned them. Something about the double yellow, the double illumination. A Cancer Leo cusper may help bring light to a situation, illuminate you to an idea that is in the darkness that only exists in your subconscious. It doesn't have to be that, but a Cancer Leo cusper is going to help shed light on your path, on your spiritual journey. They wouldn't tell you, because I am getting like spirit guide vibes from this. This could be your mother, this could be your father, this could be your best friend. They may shed some important light on a subject or on an idea that that may help you to make this decision with more clarity and confidence, with emotional intelligence. That's what we were saying earlier on. Don't get overwhelmed by the emotions. Don't let the emotions become messy. Open up your cup. Be willing to receive messages, not just from spirit, not just from universe, but from those around you that you hold in high regard. The power players. If this is a business spread for you, people who have experience in that field, don't be afraid to open up your cup to them and ask, right? If you have questions, ask, because that's going to give you clarity when you feel overwhelmed. And that's what's coming up in your past, feeling emotionally overwhelmed. Is it worth it? Should I go down this path? Will I be happy? Will it make me sad? What are the emotions tied to this decision? Clarify the Seven of Cups for Pisces. Clarify Seven of Cups for Pisces. Garden, yeah. There's something you want to grow. We know this. There's a seed you want to nurture, right? There's an idea. Potentially something creative or spiritual with that wand, right? Something magic, something creative. The seed is there, but it's like there's indecision on where you want to plant it, where you want to grow it, who you want to grow with, what city you want to conquer, right? Establish roots in. There's a lot of mystery surrounding how to get it off the ground, how to get started. And I'm just sort of hearing start anywhere, because it's so full of potential. Even if it doesn't thrive in the timeline you're hoping for, again, you know there's something about this idea that is solid. I'll leave it at that, right? I don't want to be a hype man, but yeah. All right, so what are your goals, potentially? Judgment. All right. Yeah, making a good judgment call, making a good decision. And also, this does have to do with revisiting things or people from the past to make peace with it. to tie things up in a bow so that you can close out a cycle and move on. That's what I mean. It's like these aces are presenting as like your energy coming into the month, but there's a reason why you're not capitalizing on them yet. And I think it's because you're still, you know, shrouded in darkness. You're still sort of figuring it out. You're waiting to get the call. You're waiting to hear the call. Some of you, it's like you've been waiting for permission to do this, and it's like you don't need it. You've had permission to do this the whole time. It's your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some of you are something about rising up from the dead. It may be a skill or a talent or a hobby that you have and haven't been utilizing, something that's very bankable, something that's very marketable. Some of you are also fearing judgment of those around you, especially if you come from like a family or a dynamic where everybody seems to be thriving but you. You're worried that you're not going to live up to people's expectations, or if you were to tell people about your idea and be vulnerable, they would judge you, they would laugh at you. It's because this is coming up in your goals. I'm almost getting like judgment free, like live your life judgment free. Sharing your ideas, again, the idea of music, being in a band, again, non-spoken or non-verbal communication, artistic or communication by means of like an artistic medium, painting, filmmaking, fill in the blank, even podcasts I just heard. It's like singing your song, blowing your horn, playing your trumpet, whatever that's supposed to be. It's Angel Gabriel, I believe. Is that right? I think it's Angel Gabriel. Rising the dead, some idea that you thought was dead and buried or couldn't happen, it's digging it back up from the past. It does also have to do, again, with relationships. And in the main front, we have 3, right? And like 2, well, I guess it's 6. But something about 5 or 6 is important here. There's 5 people and you, Pisces. Or you might be the 5th, give or take, right? Proving, oh, sorry, your card just went flying. What's that about? Flying. Some of you want to be pilots. Some of you want to fly across the country. Some of you want to travel. So yeah, some of you may want to take your business on the road. Judgment free. You want to be able to speak your truth and not be judged by others. You want them to welcome your ideas. You want people to welcome you with open arms, because that's what it is. It's like you're offering light and love in the world with whatever it is you're doing. And so because that is how you think, Pisces, because that is how you operate, you get burned a lot because you tend to, and this has nothing to do with what you're trying to manifest, but because you offer kindness and warmth to others, you tend to get burned a lot by people who, it's like they suck your energy, they take your warmth and your love for granted, and then they split. You want to be surrounded by people who cheer you on, who offer you that love right back. Again, something about a team here, these 5 heavy hitters. If you build it, they will come. I said that for a reason. If you start this inception of an idea, I'm surprised you don't have the Magician. This idea that's trying to get off the ground that you're passionate about, you want to build it, you want to invest in it. I'm getting so many messages, I don't know where to start. If you build it, they will come, he will come, whatever that quote means to you. I think it has to do with many followers, many people, many investors, something like that. Also, how I was saying healthy competition with, I lost it. Competition and being judged, a final judgment. You do have the card, of victory. If you endure, if you have the strength to pull through and really believe in yourself, confidence is really important. Emotional intelligence, making executive decisions with authority and confidence. If you're able to do that, there is victory for you. There is like the final ruling will be in your favor. There will be victory. You will win the prize. You will win the job. You will win the title. You will win the promotion. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your goals is some sort of judgment. And like I said, there's multi ways of saying that. I think you want to live in a judgment-free environment where you feel welcomed by the group, but judgment is inevitable. You can only control your feelings, your emotions. It's what you do with that judgment. It's what you do with that that information or that ruling from other people, it rests in your hands. It's in your cup. As long as you're following your emotional truth, that is what is going to be your guide on like this, what feels like a really important journey. So what is coming in the near future for my Pisces? A decision. Okay. Who had this card? I want to say it may have been Virgo, but I don't remember. Two of Swords, it's a card of Libra. It's about internal balance, mental balance. And what's interesting, it's like we skip over the Ace of... Okay. We skip over the Ace of Swords, right? We have all the aces here except the sword. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, thoughts, ideas, knowledge, intellect. And how I was saying, it sort of defies logic, whatever it is you're trying to do. Or again, it's communication without words. That's for some of you. And again, the idea of music and arts, communicating things, communicating your feelings non-verbally, that's really, really significant here. Again, playing music, something like that. It's almost like there's two different routes you could go down, and you have to choose one. You have to choose the ace so that all the elements are represented here. So that it's like that magician I was talking about. You have all the tools in your tool shed. There's some sort of extra idea that you're holding on to that you don't need. And I will say an extra air sign too. If you're in a rocky relationship with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and you don't feel like they're serving you on your path, they're not contributing positively to your life, I think it's time to X them out. It's time to cut them off. If they're not part of your soul tribe, your team of like 5 players, your team of executives, whatever this is, your guardian angels, your spirit guides, whatever that is, it's time to drop one idea. Or again, the idea of dropping a sort of communicating in a different way, not needing to communicate in the traditional way. So again, through music, through painting, using sign language, like nonverbal communication, something about that is important. And this card does speak about using your intuition, right? Because she's blindfolded, the visual cues are not there to make this important decision. This important decision of how you will garden or grow the seed, right? This decision comes from within. It's intuitively made. Tap into the universe, tap into your spirituality. Maybe that's why this guy's coming up, right? Maybe go to church, talk to your spirit guide, talk to however faith does or does not play a role in your life. That might be worth looking at, because this decision is going to be made intuitively. How I was saying, some of you have been waiting for permission to do something. You don't need to. I'm giving you permission. Here it is. But that's not what I'm saying. Like it's existed within you. The answers exist within you. You don't need other people's permission. You're going off what your heart is telling you to do. Your card is presenting here as follow your intuition. Let the moon be your guide. Let your light work. Not only guide you, but help to guide others. You have again, a lot of really heavy cards. Let love be your guide. Because something about that, it's guiding other people to, again, get in their chariot and discover their passions. Lots of kind of life coach energy here too. Gotta wrap this up. This is a long ass video. Oh wow, this seemed really important though, so I hope whoever needs to hear it did. Yeah, so the underlying energy for the Two of Swords is the Four of Swords. A solid foundation, but this is also the soulmate card. So maybe this is romantic, but for a lot of you, it's like your soul tribe and your soul path. Something that you were destined to do. It's something about a cosmic path. This is finding your tribe, finding your people, finding your group. This could be forming some sort of company that doesn't exist. Something you're doing that is very innovative and again defies logic. You know it to be true because you feel it. There's emotions tied to it. It's going to set people free. It's going to make people dance. It's going to make people sing. Again, the arts. They're communicating their emotions through dance. Non-verbal communication. Final advice of guidance, releasing burdens, releasing things that no longer serve you, closing out a cycle because your energy and your motivation, it's getting truncated, I heard. It's getting obstructed. You're trying to make it to your destination, but you're carrying around all this burdens when you could just drop it and then walk to your destination. It's right there. Something about like you're making it harder on yourself than it needs to be. And I think it has to do with this. Avoiding some sort of emotional decision it's making it harder on you. Because you're not just making that executive decision, because you're waiting for permission, because you're trying to prove something to someone, you're making it more laborious. You're making it more difficult. It's like poor use of your energy and your talents. This could be utilized in another capacity that's going to get you there faster or going to help people in like a way you're not seeing. And then with the Three of Swords, it's waiting for your ships to come in. This is waiting for something to come to the surface. It already exists in potentiality. It already exists in your subconscious. It's getting it up to the top. Waiting for your ships to come in. Again, it's something about waiting for your people, waiting to feel like you belong. Oh, wow, Pisces, this is a heavy message. Feeling insecure, not feeling confident, feeling alone, feeling like you haven't found your people yet. Again, if you build it, they will come. I need to reiterate, waiting around for it to happen isn't necessarily going to bring it to you faster. It has to do with illuminating ideas to yourself by tapping into your subconscious, your Queen of Cups energy. Your heart. Letting love be your guide. I know that's cheesy, but that's why this is coming up. Your cup is closed off. And that's going to mean something a little bit different to everyone out there. You need to open up your cup and be a channel of communication to universe, to God, to spirit. Again, in your dreams, some sort of psychic ability. Whether you realize it or not, you're in tune with something pretty amazing. Your heart is like waiting to explode and spread joy to the universe, but you're not making good use of your time or your energies. You're exhausting yourself, so at the end of the day, all you have left for yourself is just waiting, just sitting. If you were to release these burdens, you're going to have so much more energy to actually move forward and find your soul tribe. Go to the 3 to the 4. So this can be a card of solid foundation, 4 of Wands, but it's also your soulmate card. And for you, Pisces, what this is saying to me, you don't have one soulmate, you have a lot of soulmates. Like, again, band, team, group. There's something incredible and great that you're going to build with multiple people. And it's going to bring you joy and happiness and celebration. And it will stand the test of time, but it will involve you leaving the comfort zone of your emotions, going into your Piscean dreamer energy, and again, utilizing that in the best way possible. It might defy logic. People may not understand it, but if you know it in your heart to be true, why wouldn't you go after this, right? If you have one life to live, if you believe in that, right? Why not make the best of this one right here and right now? All right, I'm going to throw you one advice card. Ooh, this has been a long one. Sorry, Pisces. Oh, wow, you had a lot come out. We'll take 2. Dream, follow your yearning for the deep blue sea and the water being our subconscious. Yeah, get up in there. Get up into that subconscious. Hang out with a Cancer. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but particularly with the moon energy. The moon is your card, but I also directly relate it to Cancer. And yeah, the Ace of Cups. And some of you may have strong Cancer in your chart as well. And wild, believe in your otherworldly beauty. Dance with the waves and drink in the sunshine. Dancing and performance art is going to be important for some of you. And also, as I was saying, like, sort of that rebellious streak that keeps coming into your readings. It's innovative, it's different, it's wild, it's something you want to do that may defy logic. People may not understand it. People may write it off as ridiculous or silly or wild or unattainable. Listen to your heart. Dream about it, but also find ways to make it happen, to build it. Start small with the aces in the 3D. Follow your passion though, because yeah, there's huge potential here, Pisces. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Amazing reading. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you, and see you very soon for more tarot. Bye.